but I adopted them at 2.5. So they came with all kinds of stuff that I didn't cause. And then I caused a whole bunch of stuff because I was a hot mess because I didn't know what I was doing. So I was very, very lost. And Zintia gave me like such a foundation, such an insight into, I am going to cry, into why I made the not great, even today, I still make not great parenting decisions sometimes, but really taught me to stop and to look through the lens of love, look at what part of me was getting triggered that had nothing to do with them. I have a sensory corner. I have a calming down. We stop time out. So we do calming down corners. We've just changed so much. Again, I'm still a hot mess, but a much better one. But I was just very lost and there were no resources for me. There's no resources for adoptive parents. There's for adopted children and biological parents. And so, again, I'm the only besides you, the only adoptive parent, but it didn't matter. It's the same struggle. It's the same stuff. It's the same, process, whatever, but also these two women we're obviously different ages. So I thought maybe that, but like, I feel like we're all in the same boat. I'm an older mother now, so it's a little different, but these women have been like such a huge, I don't know, just like I'm not alone and we're all okay. And yeah, my parenting has changed exponentially. This little guy just wants to say hi, so I'll let him pop up, but he's been home with a stomach flu.
Hi, how are you? So
yeah, it's been life-changing. That's the best I can say.
Focusing on the growth, how do you feel as a parent right now?
Way more confident. I was very lost. It's not like I don't abuse my children by any means, but I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know and his behaviors have changed a lot too. So there's been a lot of shifting and then on another side, I have a 19-year-old with severe mental health issues in college. And that was, it's a lot. That's my biological daughter. So with her, I put up great boundaries that have been tough, but I've been able to do it. And with, them, I'm just so much more consistent. I'm so much calmer. I have a plan. I have strategies. I have, when I fall, because I do, none of these nice ladies judge me. And, you do repair and you go back to the tools, all the tools she taught us, which a lot of them, I was thinking, I don't know if I can name them, but I practice them constantly. You know what I mean? So it's different. Like I couldn't give you the acronym, but I know how to kind of check myself when I'm going into a certain pattern. You know what I mean?
Because more than tools, there's skills.
There's skills, yeah.
Yeah. Like it's like when you learn the skill to drive, it's not you're like, okay, let me apply the tool of left turning. No, right. you just do it because you have the skill. Yeah, yes. So that's the difference. Thank you so much.
A lot of the pause.
So you said that you were hesitant about I am different because I have adopted children, they're twins. I'm an older mom, I have a teen. Because your family was so nuanced, do you have hesitations about enrolling? Like, I don't know if this is for me, or I wonder if they're going to understand my special family, and if yes, what they were and how you overcame them.
It wasn't to join. I think when I was joining, I was so desperate. But I will tell you honestly, and I'll tell you this now, because it wasn't you, because you're the one I follow on social media. I got really nervous because I've joined other programs where the head coach is the marketer who's so good, and then the sub coaches are terrible. In this case, that is not the case. I mean, Zintia has been literally but I didn't know, right? So my hesitation was, okay, is she going to put me with an inexperienced coach who doesn't know, has like maybe 10 minutes more experience than I have, and because I'm so new on. So that was my hesitation. And I'm so glad I joined anyway. But when I first got on the screen, I'm seeing two very young, beautiful women. And then there's me. And I'm like, okay, am I I don't know, is anybody going to have anything in common with what I'm going through? And of course they did. Not the 19-year-old, obviously, but of course they did. And it's like you matched us perfectly, even though our life situations are so different. Like again, they don't have 19-year-olds, but it's the heart issues, I think, are the same for the three of us. Like where we came from, our childhoods that we grew up in, the messages that we heard that we're now projecting onto the kids that we're raising. That part's all been like you couldn't have matched it with a better group.
So what I hear you say is that even though they have different backgrounds, the commonalities of the struggles brought you closer, because it's kind of like the same struggles but in different cases.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're all like, every time someone is being coached, we're like, oh yeah, yeah. Like, I don't think there's a moment where one of us got coached and the other one's like, that doesn't apply to me.
Right, correct. And then I hear you with the coaches, you were nervous about, I wonder if they're gonna place me with a coach who is as good as Marcela.
Right.
And then you came with that fear. What helped you overcome that fear? Because you didn't know Coach Cynthia or any other coach when you said yes to enrolling.
I was pretty desperate in the moment, and I sort of trusted, because you do a really good job with social media, I sort of trusted that you would not risk your whole brand by just hiring any person off the street to coach. Other coaches, they give them training and stuff, but they're not, the skill level isn't there, right? So I'm talking mainly business coaching and marketing coaching, where I paid money and I walked away with I walked away more confused than when I went in, So I sort of trusted you. And then within the first session, I kind of knew who I was dealing with, and I felt very immediately supported, immediately understood, and understood I was dealing with somebody with a high level of skill that I was definitely going to learn from. So
yeah, we definitely I handpicked all our coaches. It's not easy to say just like, there are people who DM me all the time, I'm a coach. I'm like, oh, good for you.
right.
Yeah, like it's yes, we have a process to choose our coaches, and we don't have any coaches for that reason, because I like to keep the standards, so we keep the brand, so people trust, and we get the results that you guys are experiencing.
Right.